Really gonna cry? Look at you, it's pathetic. Are you really gonna cry? Look at you! Leave her alone, right now.
Ethan Carter had been raising his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, alone ever since his wife passed away. They lived in a small rented house outside Austin, Texas, where every dollar mattered. Ethan worked long shifts as a mechanic during the day and drove for a food delivery service at night. Even though life was difficult, he never let Lily go to bed without a smile. One rainy Friday evening, after finishing a delivery, Ethan stopped at a quiet roadside diner to buy an inexpensive dinner before heading home. He had no idea that the decision would change both his life and someone else's forever. Inside the diner, Ethan noticed a beautifully dressed woman sitting alone in a wheelchair. Across from her sat an arrogant businessman who barely looked at her. Instead, he mocked her disability, rolled his eyes whenever she spoke, and laughed while checking his expensive watch. Other customers watched silently, pretending not to notice. The woman tried to hide her embarrassment, but tears gathered in her eyes. Ethan couldn't ignore what he was seeing. He walked over politely and asked if everything was okay. The businessman sneered, called Ethan a poor nobody, tossed money on the table, and stormed out. The woman sighed with relief and thanked Ethan for stepping in. She introduced herself as Victoria Hayes. Ethan offered to help her move to a quieter table and brought her fresh coffee after noticing the waitress had forgotten her order. They began talking while waiting for their meals. Victoria learned about Ethan's struggles as a single father, while Ethan discovered that despite her elegant appearance, Victoria often felt lonely because many people only saw her wheelchair instead of her heart. For the first time in years, she laughed naturally during dinner. As they talked, Lily called Ethan's phone to ask when he would be home. Ethan smiled warmly, telling his daughter he was bringing dessert. Victoria listened quietly and admired how lovingly he spoke. She confessed that she had built a successful technology company after surviving a life-changing accident years earlier. She had become a billionaire, but money had never protected her from loneliness or fake relationships. Ethan was surprised but treated her exactly the same. Before leaving, Victoria thanked him again and handed him a business card, asking him to visit her office the following Monday if he ever needed help. Ethan almost threw the card away, believing people like Victoria simply forgot promises made over coffee. But after his landlord announced another rent increase, he decided to visit her headquarters. Security welcomed him warmly because Victoria had personally placed his name on the guest list. When he entered her office, she greeted him with the same genuine smile from the diner. Instead of offering charity, she offered him a management position overseeing the maintenance division of her nationwide company. She explained that she valued honesty and courage more than impressive resumes. Ethan accepted after realizing it would provide stability for Lily without sacrificing his dignity. Months later, Ethan had transformed the department with hard work and fairness. Employees respected him because he understood struggle. Victoria often visited his office, not as a distant CEO, but as a trusted friend. Lily also became close to Victoria, who encouraged her dreams and even funded a scholarship program for children of single parents. One evening, while celebrating the company's best financial year, Victoria quietly admitted that Ethan's kindness in the diner had restored her faith in people. Ethan smiled and replied that helping someone in pain should never depend on wealth or status. The story spread throughout the company after employees learned how the CEO and her trusted executive had first met. Many admitted they would have stayed silent in the diner, just as everyone else had. Ethan reminded them that courage often begins with one simple decision to stand beside someone who is being treated unfairly. Victoria later launched a nationwide campaign promoting accessibility, dignity, and equal opportunities in workplaces. Together, they proved that compassion could build something even stronger than success. Ethan had entered the diner thinking only about buying dinner for his daughter, but by choosing kindness over silence, he found a future filled with purpose, friendship, and hope for everyone he loved.